Hi, baddies! Welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today, we're doing a pick a card all about the messages from the spirits in your house. So, this should be a super spooky and fun reading. So, go grab your comfies and your snacks and join your auntie on the other side. So if this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, it's lovely to have you. I hope you will stick around, and if you're a returning subscriber or member, welcome in, welcome in. I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you so much for your support and all you bring to the channel. I deeply appreciate you. So today we're doing our pick a card, a little different. As you see before you, there are 3 images. These are going to be your psychic linking objects. I am going to be pulling as I go today, and this reading is completely spirit guided, and Hecate is present also in this reading, so just keep that in mind. And I will insert a little video for those of you guys who need more time to see which group you're drawn to. Now, if you're drawn to more than one group, there probably is going to be more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, Group 1, all of you who selected the Hiya spirit, that's what I'm calling the spirit. This is going to be your reading all about the messages from the spirits in your house. Okay, so keep in mind to use your own discernment here. Okay, and we're going to get started with, I think this is I forgot the name of this deck. Where is it? I can't see it right now, but I think it's the Dearly Beloved deck or the Dearly Departed deck. We're going to see. Tell me about the spirit in the house of my group 1. Tell me about the spirits in the house of my group 1. Who are you? Hiya. It seems like for some of you, sorry if my mic is weird. I'm trying to get it adjusted, and the camera is way above my head, so I'm trying to make sure I'm in focus and all that, but forgive me. You guys, I can barely see into the camera, so. Alright, the spirit seems like it's trying to get noticed by you. Limelight. It's trying to get noticed. Tell me more here. Hiya, how are ya? How are you doing? Act of love, do nothing. It's trying to get noticed without really doing a whole lot. It's making an effort to not, that one right there. It doesn't want to startle you, Bohemian. It doesn't want to scare you. It doesn't want to rock the boat in any way. There's something here about your creativity, your wild spirit. We're going to get one more after the shuffle. I think this spirit may be of someone who was very creative, possibly a painter, or I'm seeing them molding with hands. Perhaps you are a creator with your hands. I'm seeing clay here. I'm seeing pottery. I'm seeing herbalism. I'm seeing dowsing rods. I'm seeing someone connected. Okay, the spirit is showing me a tree and a swamp. I feel like this is down south as well. This person could be from down south. You may be from down south. The spirit may be a southern spirit. This is in the United States, so southern United States. We have invisible, we have shine. Limelight and shine here is twice. Limelight and shine. So illuminating energies here. My chair is making weird noises. So again, invisible. Do nothing. I feel like the spirit is really trying to not rattle you or your family. But this could be an ancestor. It could be a generational ancestor. It could be also, I'm feeling like grandma energy, friend energy, friend of family energy. But this person wants to encourage you. Okay, not from this deck. From this deck, okay. This deck kind of works as almost charms. It's a very symbolic deck for me. It's the siren song. I use it differently than other people use it. Tell me more about what I'm seeing here. So I'm seeing a house covered in moss, perhaps not in the swamp, but in a very moist part down south. I'm seeing Louisiana, Mississippi. I'm seeing around that particular area of the United States. I'm seeing someone who crafted with clay from the earth. Now I'm seeing perhaps making poppets as well, and I'm being blocked from other practices, and that is perfectly fine. I don't have any problem with that. What else do we have here? Crossroads. Okay, the crossroads popped out. We have Akate here. There are many other deities and spirits who work with the crossroads that are relative to other paradigms. If you're of those paradigms, this is a message. This could be this spirit in your house. Okay, it could be a deity or a generational spirit or a teacher, practitioner that's crossed over. Who's reaching to you, reaching out to you as well. We have murky thoughts here. I feel like you don't understand the light that you carry. It's weird, my jaw is getting very stiff all of a sudden. That is so strange. There are words that you need to speak, and there's a stiff jaw here. There's an inability to speak here. Perhaps this is the spirit. Perhaps that was them in life. They were the inability to speak, or you have this inability to speak what needs to be spoken. We have unexpected money. Okay, so I feel like this spirit, this Hiya, they want to help you bring in some money. Okay, some of you already have the money coming forward and you've already done this. Some of you, this spirit is talking about some kind of casting or working that you've been called to do or you have done. It either involves the crossroads or it involves a deity or spirit that is connected to the crossroads. Okay. It also involves you, I'm hearing, loosen your jaw, baby. Loosen your jaw. You got to lighten up. You got to be the light. The money, the cash, is coming from the unhinging of your jaw. This is a very particular kind of message, okay? And we're going to continue with that. Let's get some more energy here. Tell me more. Which deck do you want me to pull from? This one right here. Okay, so there's a need for you to understand. You want this money? You have to start showing the world the healing you've done within. And the spirit who is trying very hard to not disturb your home. But in October, November, throughout the rest of the year, you may experience more paranormal things in your house. It is the spirit, okay? Trying to get your attention. Trying to guide you, okay? So pay attention. This is not a harmful spirit. This is an energy that wants to help you, okay? For some of you, it's a literal God form deity that you have been working with, and they are in your house, okay? They're in your house and they're trying, perhaps you have little ones that you don't want disturbed by this energy, and you've made it very clear. So this is your validation that they're adhering to your boundaries. But they really want you to lighten up, literally. Show people your light. This is very hard in times like this to show your light, but you are called to do so. Hiya, how are ya? We have illusionist. What does it say? Divert, spellbind, revamp, unveil. Well, there you go. It's what you gotta do, babe. You gotta listen. It's not supposed to be easy. And the spirit, I see a man in a graveyard, and he's got chains wrapped around him. Okay. I see one eye covered. Okay. This is someone of African heritage, wearing clothes from like a top hat. I'm not gonna get any more details. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Sitting in a graveyard and just kind of hunched over, like I'm really trying to be very, very quiet. But you have big energy and you've called in big energy. And now we got to start popping off. Now we got to start doing our thing. You got to start doing your thing. You got to unveil yourself, okay? It's just that time. And the spirit is here to work with you. I want to work with you. I want to work with you. I'm hearing like whiskey is involved. So maybe you made offerings of whiskey here to the spirit. He's under a tree, okay? But not just masculine. There's feminine energies like Hecate, okay? But they're trying to give me symbols so you understand who I'm talking to without me being disrespectful, because I have absolutely zero intent of disrespecting anyone's paradigm, because I respect those things. But you need to know that this is who this is in your house. This is a very important deity. This is a very important spirit, okay? And I'm hearing them say, even Hecate say, we're trying to move mountains. You are one of the mountains to move. Some of you are dug in on how things have to go, and the spirit is, it's not going to go exactly the way you say. Now, we have also here grandmother spirits, okay, saying, hi, how are you? Okay, what are those messages, grandmother? Some of you there is confusion around possibly money or possessions here. We have theater, purpose, participate, challenge, co-create, contend. Okay, her energy is coming around to help you find clarity about some kind of financial matters. This may directly be tied to your family. It may even be tied to her passing, okay? But it also could be your money in general, okay? Trying to help you through this very difficult time in your life around finances. Because she sees, also grandfather here, they see from a higher perspective. They see it differently. Okay, we have ancestors pulling in on that as well. And I feel like some of them are knocking. There's just random knocks and bangs about. And a lot of us, some of that may be your house settling. But if you hear rhythm in it, the knock, if you hear a rhythmic knocking, that is not your house settling. Okay, that is your ancestors or whatever spirit this is for you out of the ones I've spoken. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you the energies that I'm feeling from the graveyard. okay, are going to be louder. They're going to be harder for you to discount. You may even hear murmurings. Okay, this is them trying to get your attention. They're trying to tell you something. And you will know what the something is. Okay, you won't have to guess. It's probably something you don't want to do. It probably is something that you have to be brave about. Okay, and this is why they're there, because you are a mountain. And this energy wants to help you shrink from being the mountain you have to conquer in yourself to being like a little hill where you just have to go up a little bit and down a little bit, as if perhaps what you see within yourself as something you have to conquer really isn't as big of a problem as you think it is. It's perspective. And the fear you have about doing this something is, a lot of it is in your head. And while you're experiencing all this fear, the clock is ticking. And meantime, you're not able to bring in the funds and resources that you want, that you've been trying to manifest. You really have spirits in your house that are really trying to help you. They're very helpful. I hear, okay, I'm hearing him in the graveyard say, but impatient. They're growing impatient, so they may be getting louder. They're trying so hard, but when you call certain energies to you and then you don't listen, they will get louder. Okay. They're trying so hard. We have 2, 3 more cards here. Let's go ahead and take them. The Temple. Sanctify, devote, commune, reflect. Okay, so if you resonate with these energies being an energy that you have called, you are devoted to, you work with, it's time for you to commune with them. It's time for you to devote time with them, listen to their communications, ask for clarity, because they're wanting to bring in something, some kind of money, resources that are unexpected. Perhaps you, again, have asked for this, but it hasn't come because there's something within you to overcome. And it may be doubt. And listen, valid response, especially when you look around the world right now. And that's why these energies are there in your house. Okay, there's something about a bathtub here and a faucet. Some of you guys may have a faucet that turns on weirdly, or you may have plumbing problems around a faucet that won't turn off or something like that. Yes, there may be plumbing problems, but the plumbing problems have come from a spiritual source. I don't get stuff like that often. Okay. Some of you have a tree outside. These spirits really like the tree. Okay. And an offering to these spirits would be to leave, bird food, food for the birds or squirrels or whatever. Spend some time, with the tree. Some of you guys may have actual fae or earth elementals around that tree as well. I always pick up on the trees around people's houses. Circle, collaborate, assemble, hold, initiate. This is a powerful card, okay? Because they really want to take you into the next level of your workings, okay, your manifestations, the crossroads energy, whoever this is to you. Okay, they want to up you into the next stages of manifestation, the next stages of your practice. But you're going to have to work more devotedly, more intensely with the spirit in your house. Because the spirit likes it there. They like working with you. But I'm hearing I'm not going to beg you. But for the next, until the end of the year, I feel like the spirit wants to kind of lock in, focus in with you, and do some intensive work within you to help you kind of blossom out come spring. We have priestess. Begin, Perceive, predict, prophesy. Ooh, that's powerful. Yeah, that's the initiation into your priesthood, into your priestesshood, into the next step in your evolution. Your ancestors, some of you have the ancestors, and they're here to help you with that. This is about developing faith. It's not toxic positivity, it's having faith. It's being logical and knowing that, yes, things are difficult. Things are difficult. Things are hard. And if you can't admit that and see that, then there, you got to check yourself. Okay. So we're not being delusional, but we are saying that possibility states that things can get better. But that better starts with me, with me. And I have to be willing to say, in my reality, I speak into existence the next step of my evolution, the next step of my revolution. I'm going to do it in my world so that I can see it ripple out in the ocean of reality. Because you are a master alchemist. Whoa, where'd that come from? Well, and that is why these energies are being patient with you. But the veil's getting thin. And I got to tell you, it's going to be thin the rest of the year. Once this thinning really gets, and it's so thin right now, I don't know how anybody's not seeing into it. It's going to continue the rest of the year because we have a lot of planets doing some spooky, spooky stuff. And honestly, it's really necessary for a lot of people to see what's going on. So, with that said, it's going to be a lot easier to work with these energies. Okay. For some of you, the ancestors are by the tree. I'm hearing by the tree, by the barn. Some of you guys I'm seeing a cornfield. They're by the cornfield. Okay. That's where you go. I'm hearing at sunset. That's where you go. Whatever is meaningful to you, do that. Okay. I'm hearing bread. Bring bread, regular bread, whatever is bread in your paradigm, because bread is different to different people. For some of you, it's going to be beans. Okay. It's going to be cornmeal. Okay. If you got like sugar or honey, bring that to your ancestors. We forget how we have access to so much. Our ancestors didn't even have clean water, a lot of them, and they never tasted sugar. They were lucky to get honey. So things like, sugar, flour, cornmeal, bread, pies, clean water, those kind of things, berries, fruit, meat, all of those things are going to feed your ancestors. And when you feed your ancestors, they can help feed you. It doesn't have to be expensive. A lot of people, they really go all out for their ancestors when they can, and that's beautiful. But when I commune with the ancestors, the most important part to them is the remembering of them. The lit candle and the glass of water on the daily. The pack of smokes and the, cold beer or whatever. Those are the daily connections that really matter. Okay. And I'm hearing that. Like I'm seeing a group of ancestors by a tree. Whoa, that feels heavy. There are so many ancestors that have passed on in America that really are not at rest because they did not want to be left in the soil of this. Right. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you can feel it, but I can feel it, and it's very powerful, and there's a lot of sorrow, which is very understandable. It's just so hard and difficult. It's incomprehensible, the things that humans do to each other, and for reasons that are extremely incomprehensible is the only word that comes to mind. I cannot comprehend. And I don't want to. I don't want to understand it. There are some kinds of human behaviors that are so wicked that you don't want to comprehend it. But it's important that we bear witness to it. That was weird. I just had a shadow pass behind me. My crystal ball, I don't know, y'all can't see it, but it is uncovered, so we're getting some scrying energy in as well. We'll get a few more cards here. What other messages? This one wants to come out. Mary Magdalene, love only ever expands. That's beautiful. You know, with all the depths of sorrow and the struggle to be quiet, to try to honor boundaries, you have to understand that these spirits love you. There's an investment here of a kind of love that is so deep. It penetrates your DNA. It's full of light. It's from different peoples across different times, across different countries, that in spite of all they went through, they have managed to keep their ability to love alive. And they love you. These deities, they truly love you, for they call you one of their own. They see you and they see themselves in you like a mirror. You may not feel like it much right now, but you are cared for. And you are being held safer than what you really think. They want to help you. Some of you have got to stop being so stubborn. Some of you need to sit, okay, and receive this love. You need to just sit. Don't ask for nothing. Just say, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to receive the love from you. Light a candle. Get some water. Leave it out for them and just sit in reception, okay? You have to be willing to receive your manifestations. And you got to receive the love and know that this love is for you. This love is different. It's spiritual. It's emotional. It's mental. It's meant to cover your wounds. It's meant to heal your wounds. It's meant to get in there and love those places within you that you find not lovable. Receiving love is part of shadow work. It's part of wholeness, is allowing the energies to help you heal. Let's get a few charms here. Just a couple. I don't have a board out here, but that's okay. We don't need a fancy board. We don't need one. Let's see what we got. We have K-A, we'll just put them on the cards. K-A-O-W, no. K-O-D. We have E. We have F. I'm hearing the word end. No end. That's what I'm hearing. No end. E-F-O-R. We have I. We have an obsidian crystal here. We have a tiger's eye crystal. We have I again. We have H. We have a C. And we have an M. And we have an R. And we have a What is this? Is this a cougar? A little cougar. Okay, so we have MREFORKAOWD CHII. I hear chill though. No end. And we have the obsidian and the tiger's eye and the cougar. I think that's a cougar. So you are protected. And understand with the tiger's eye, I'm feeling like a lot of strength will come from these energies if you will ask. Some of you need like vitality returned. You need some strength. And I feel like these energies will help guide you to things that will help increase your strength, like physically. You know, it might be you need to change your eating. You might need to get out of the sun a little bit. You know, there may be different things that they guide you to do. Always check with a doctor, okay? Blah, blah, blah. All right. I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you, okay? All right, that's what I received for you, Group 1. I hope this was a helpful and interesting reading. I really enjoyed doing this one for you. And if you enjoyed this reading, please leave me a rose down below. I would love to see those. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, also give me a thumbs up. I would love to see those. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And thank you so much for watching. I deeply, deeply appreciate you guys watching. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, Group 2, all of you who selected the Beacon Spirit, this is going to be your reading all about the messages the Spirit in your house has for you. Okay, so keep in mind that this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay. All right. I do feel like you draw spirits to you. You might be a spirit medium. You might be able to sense them. A lot of people can. Everyone has psychic abilities. You can develop them very easily. A lot of people are afraid of them. I was for many years. So we have tribe. Beautiful. I bet when you called in your soul tribe, you didn't think that would include, you know, spirits, but it does. It does. Sometimes they come in first. We have leadership. Also, I feel like you may have spirits of indigenous or native people in your country, wherever you are. The people of Earth. I call them the people of Earth because that's how they feel. I have native and indigenous in my family, so and it feels like Earth energy. People tied to the Earth. It's a beautiful energy. I feel like some of you have this energy like wandering around your house or your land. For some of you, it's at your business. Okay. I feel like if you have it at your business, you need to appease it. Okay. You need to appease these energies. They need to be honored. We have compass. For some of you, these are, okay, I'm really picking up on the earth energy, the people of the land, the spirits of the land, okay? And they really need to be honored. Some of these energies are, well, they're all extremely old, but some of you have extremely old energy in your house. And you might say, well, my house is pretty new. It's from the land. Oh, some of you have water energy, like a water spirit. Woo, those are powerful, y'all. That's powerful. Powerful nature energy right there. Tell me more. Some of you may have a rock or an artifact that you picked up It's a pretty big or important artifact. They want that outside. Conflict. They want that outside. Uh, they didn't like that it was taken. Um, and if you've been having problems in your house, it's because of this rock artifact, whatever. Perhaps when you took it, you didn't understand that you needed to leave something. Some of you need to honor the land, okay? And you need to feed the spirits. And how you do that is different to where you live, okay? It's really about the indigenous or native energies, the people of Earth's practices in your area, okay? They are the ones that really know about the particular earth, spirit, nature energies, okay? I'm seeing a barn. Did some of you have a barn on your property at one time, or there was a barn, or there is a barn? Okay, I'm getting like there's a barn here. This could be in the past, and this could be part of the anger that I feel. Someone captured like wild mustangs, okay? And these animals were sacred. Okay, they weren't just to be captured, okay? And something happened and the barn burned down or something like this. And this may have been way in the past. The energies of those mustangs are in the earth. And it's a very wild energy because these were very wild horses. Now I know that's very specific. It could also be symbolic, okay? For some people, it's specific to your land, to something that happened, something that was captured or taken. And it also could be symbolic, okay? That's the way it goes sometimes. I feel like I'm communicating with something, with things, different spirits that aren't necessarily speaking human language to me. So I'm trying to understand. There is energies of irritation here. They're irritated. For some of you, there is a masculine presence that is irritating these energies. Some of you have a protector energy in your house. Maybe it is I'm hearing a brownie type spirit or a house spirit of a certain kind. That kind will be in your paradigm, and I'm not going to peek into your paradigm. I try to honor people's paradigms and their private practices, and some of these private practices are very old, okay, and they're not my business. But I will tell you, I'm picking up on particular protective house energies. Now, the house may have come with this energy. When someone left, they left the protection around the house, so the house would always be protected. It's actually a gift, okay? But unfortunately, there is some irritation with a masculine energy because it's not being nice. It's not being nice. It's manipulative, and they don't like it. This masculine energy may have things disappearing. There may be things that break. They may be having trouble with their car. I feel like there may be like, okay, brownie turned gremlin, anyone? They may be getting into like the car and the car engine and tinkering with it. I haven't picked up on this, I don't think ever. Tinkering with it. I see like a troll throwing bolts out of a car. They just do not like this masculine energy. Okay. For some of you, it's not the masculine that lives there, it's one that comes to visit. And whenever they come to visit, bad things happen because the energy doesn't like this person. Okay. And you're not imagining it. It really is happening. Okay. The one thing you have to realize is this energy will work with you. If this is something that came with the house, this energy is a protector and will work with you. Okay. You can ask it what its name is. You can talk to it. You have to trust your intuition. Okay. This was a gift. And I feel like this gift has been there maybe through multiple owners, not for all of you, but for some of you, through multiple owners. Okay. I'm hearing for some of you, like before the land run. Okay. In Oklahoma, the land run was a long time ago, but you don't have to, it doesn't have to be the actual land run in Oklahoma, but that's a time of reference. Okay. So look it up. Look up the time. They're just giving me that time of reference because I'm from Oklahoma. So I always pick up on trees because I'm very connected to trees and to plants. Okay. So I'm getting the trees, I'm seeing them sway and they're starting to talk on the wind. I think if you live in an area where there are trees around you, I feel like the trees want to talk to you. And if at night you will sit and look at the tree line, you will see the nature spirits in the trees. Okay. You will see the energy of the trees. Okay. And the trees will send you psychic messages. Okay. Your trees around your property are very magical. And I feel like a lot of this energy is drawn, they're saying they're drawn to your light. You are a beacon. Now, I'm getting, for some of you, you may live in the country, so you're drawing like the spirits of the country, of the land, okay? Some of you live in the city, so you're drawing human spirits. You're drawing the spirits, you know, around you. And some of those spirits are, not every spirit is, good all the time. And so you may be having issues with spirits that are drawn to your light that you don't want around. And if that's happening, you have to learn how to proclaim your power. I had to learn how to do this because spirits were drawn to me like a moth to a flame. And I had to learn how to command my space and take control of my home. Because at one time it was overrun with out of control energies. And I did. I did take control of my home, and I'm the boss with the sauce. You have to bubble your home. You have to clear your home. You can do that with all kinds of different incense. You don't have to use sage if you're not comfortable with that. You can use lemongrass. You can use dragon's blood. You can use all kinds of things. Make a simmer pot. That's really easy. You can use a broom to clear them out. Open your windows. Do it regularly. Do it on the regular. Do it with intent. You have to speak it powerfully. Okay. You don't need anyone to come and do it yourself. In fact, it's more powerful if you do it yourself. It's your home. No one knows your house like you do. This thing about you need to go to someone to do this for you. No. All you need is within you. Okay? You can do it. You don't need someone to do it for you. You know where the house feels weird to you. You know where the cold spots are. You know where the house feels good to you. You probably know where the heart of your house is, if you have one. And the heart of your house is where it feels good. It's where it feels like it's the most alive. Okay, so that's the place of power in your house. So you let that kind of feed the loving energy. You use that as the core place to clear everything from, right? You talk to the good spirits. You talk to the good energies and create wards. in your house to protect your land. You can use mirrors. You can do all kinds of mirror energies around your house. You can bury mirrors and things to protect your energy. You can do so much. Look it up to protect yourself. But the important thing is you empower yourself and know that you can do it. Okay. Now, you of course have spirits drawn to you that are good. And perhaps you can learn more about your abilities. You know, we have to stop being afraid of our abilities. You're a beacon. You naturally draw this to you. Because why? Because you have the gift. You're either a spirit medium, a psychic, etc., clairvoyant, clairaudient, blah, blah, blah. Okay? It is true. It's not in your head. It's true. And you are more aware of your gifts than other people. And that's why weird stuff happens. Okay? That's all that is. And if you can normalize it in your life, it really does help with the fear, and it disempowers these other wandering energies. And if you put up barriers and you assert yourself, empower yourself that you are in control of what comes in, what comes out, what has access to your energy and what doesn't, they learn really fast. Because you got this. All right, tell me more. No more of those. Okay, let's pull from these. Tell me more. What are the messages here? Compass. Tribe. You're definitely pulling some people towards you. I think some of you have asked for your tribe, your family, your real friends, the people who are down for you. And you are their leader. And you are conflicted about that. You are conflicted. It's okay. The best leaders are the reluctant ones. The ones that are like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Are you a Leo? Leos are often called to be leaders, and people think, oh, Leos are leaders. Most Leos don't want to be leaders. They're just, people look at them like, well, you do it. Well, I don't want to do it. Well, you do it because you do it. And then you end up taking over, and it's like, well, can somebody else do this for me now? No, you do it. You're doing a good job. You do it. The hangman. I'm on the fence, Auntie Amy. Listen, you gotta make a choice. You don't have to do anything against your will, right? Waiting for the people to show up. There's a death card. You're waiting, huh? Waiting for the people to show up. You think they're gonna show up? Queen of Pentacles, yes. Yes, they are. They're drawn to this queen. You may not see yourself this way, but this very independent, healing queen. Okay. And it feels very at peace and abundant, knowledgeable. You may not feel that way, but that's how people will be drawn to you. You're going to go from, I don't know, to boom, I know. You know, in the Matrix, the Oracle, you know, she's baking cookies and stuff. This is the energy that I feel here. Like, you know, there's so many things that you just know. And you can connect with people. Do you bake cookies? Do you cook? Are you a nurturer? We have strength. There's that Leo energy. Roar. They're coming. They are coming. They want me to get these 3 cards. Okay. Alrighty. We have the King of Swords, the Six of Wands, and Justice. Yes, this is for you. You're going to be victorious. These energy, especially this house energy, wants you to know that you're going to be victorious. Good things are coming. Okay? You may not feel it, okay? Because I don't think you do. I don't think you feel like, oh, I'm going to be victorious. Oh, this is going to work out great. I think you're in the area of like, well, the world's on fire. So how am I going to flip this? I'm tired. I don't want to go through another transformation. I ain't got the energy. Well, this time the flip side seems very stable. It doesn't feel like you're going to be flying through the air like a phoenix on fire. It feels like your strength is going to be your stability, your ability to comfort and nurture yourself is going to pull people to you. Your ability to self-empower, uh, put up good boundaries, and not allow people or spirits who don't belong to be around you. It's learning more about who you are and who and what you will and won't put up with. This brings in the victory, okay? And it's not just about, being Delulu. Okay, we have the King of Swords here. This is about balancing your etheric spiritual life with logic and reason. There's a balance. And to use your intuition, your spirit mediumship, your psychic ability with the tools of logic. There's Virgo energy here that I feel. And this will bring you victory. The spirits around you, whether they're in conflict or they are protective, they're all around you to help teach you more about your abilities. Keep this in mind. That is their purpose, to help teach you and help you grow. And obviously, there's going to be growth here. We have the Death card. You will overcome this. You will overcome this feeling of, when I feel the Death card as this kind of long, lingering pause. I'm often reminded that, when you're hung upside down, you can experience, ecstasis and bliss because of the posture. But I don't feel that. I always feel like no one wants to be hung upside down and no one wants to be left there. You're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything. You're just there. And you don't really know what to do and no one's helping you. And it's almost like there is an awakening here in this Death card. That you realize that you had the key that let you out the whole time. And you let yourself down out of these chains. And you learned a lot hanging here. You learned a lot about yourself and about other people around you who didn't help you get out of that hangman state. And you have been able to apply that to your boundaries. You've been able to learn about, I can clean out my own house of spirits and things and people. I can put up boundaries and I can enforce them. And you know what? I don't care who stays and goes because I called in my tribe, my real tribe, my real people. And I want the real people or nothing. That transforms you into this queen, this very strong queen. She's wise beyond her years. She's stable. And she has more than enough. She is a healer. And she is victorious. And this is the hand of justice in your life. So the spirits in your house, all this stuff going on is bigger than what it appears to be. And it usually is. Spirit movement is there's usually more going on than we think. Because there's a bigger picture at play. And developing your abilities is very on par with what's going on in the world today. Developing your strengths, your ability to discern. When this is over, when you reach the other side, your discernment is going to be so on par, it's going to be scary. You're going to know when someone is a crook and when they're not, when someone's lying and when they're not. You're going to know it just by, you could be in their energy 10 seconds and know. Because the doubt will be removed. You will get validations left and right. It's a big energy. Oops, sorry, I pulled on you guys. It's a big energy. And it's meant to help you overcome. It's meant to help you overcome a lot of your issues in life. This one. Let's see what other messages we have here. Tell me more. Tell me more about this victory. We want to hear about the victory. It's going to help you monetize your life. It's going to help you bring more money in, more resources. And a lot of us right now are going to need more money. We're going to need more money, period. And we have to figure out how to make it. We have to be wise. We have first chakra, root chakra, I am. Boom. There's your empowerment. I am. And I know it's a simple practice, but practice saying I am in meditation. Work on your root chakra. That is where a lot of baseline trauma is. That's where like survival. Like if you didn't have enough to eat as a kid, if you did not have enough to eat as a kid, a lot of times that's kind of stored there. So, meditate on your root chakra. It can help you develop self-confidence. It can help you understand why you may not be as confident. And listen, being confident in your abilities, your psychic abilities, is a hard one to develop because there really isn't anyone saying, hey, yeah, that really happened. Or, it's a personal journey of validation. Most people aren't going to outwardly validate you on your journey. You're going to have to do it for yourself. You're going to have to do it for yourself until other people are like, oh, dang, they really are psychic. Oh my God, they really did know. Life is full of illusions, so use your discernment. Use your discernment. You know. These spirits know you know. And they want you to become aware that you know. They want you to know that they know that you know. You got some funny little spirits around you. Some of you guys have like animal spirits. They're like animal humanish spirits, like anima spirits. They feel like they are from a certain practice. So I'm not going to go into it, but they're around and they're funny. They're kind of trickster, but not mean. Like they're funny. They're jovial. They may be like a coyote type spirit. That's all the information. You've only got 3 choices in life: give up, give in, or give it all you got. And I think there's encouragement here to give it all you got. Give it all you got. Okay? What do you got to lose? You only get one life here, well, right now. And you have more abilities than you think. You know more than you give yourself credit for. And I feel like it's time for you to align with that. It's time for you to wake up to that. All right? Let's get you guys some initials here. I don't have a board out, so I'm just going to pull some stuff out of the jar here so we can get some letters. We can get some letters out of the jar. Come on. Letters. Come on. Come on, letters. Okay. We got Y. X, C. I don't know why I'm seeing a kite. V, Vicky, A. I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting. We have M. I don't know if y'all guys can really see him, but E. I'll say him again here in a minute. H, A. Let me get just a couple more. Give me a couple more. That's it. Okay. Literally a couple more. So L, Vicky, Mallory, D, David, Lord. Look at that. Lord. Lord. I'm hearing Machiavelli. A. I'm getting A. Okay. We got charms here. We got several charms. We got a little milkshake. Got a turtle. Turtle spirit. Look up animal spirit turtle for turtles, okay? Oh, y'all got keys, Hakate. We have a cat. We have a stone. This reminds me of a carnelian. We have a broom, Hakate. Okay, you guys, I feel like, and we have a money, money. For some of you, if you have felt pulled to Hakate, she's definitely calling. This is your validation. For some of you, Hakate is wanting to work with you to help develop your gifts and abilities and talents. Just go with your guidance on that. Some of you guys, the broom is telling me you need to clear your house. Okay, you need to do a clearing, a purification, a cleansing. Also clear your personal energy. You can do that with the Archangel Michael clearing prayer. You can also play that in your house. You can use all kinds of incense and things like that. But clear your energy, your personal energy often. You don't have to use the Archangel Michael clearing prayer. You can use frequency music. You can smoke yourself with with different herbs and things like that. Getting a carnelian or a citrine would be really helpful as well. I feel like your root chakra probably needs a little work here. So all right, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful and enjoyable reading. I really enjoyed reading for you. Leave me a key if you made it this far, or a broom, whichever. And if you like this reading and you want to see more, give me a thumbs up. I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey group 3, all of you that selected the Dragon Spirit. This is going to be your reading all about the messages that the Spirit in your house has for you. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So some of you actually have a dragon spirit in your house, okay? For some of you, this is a familiar. For others, this is like an interdimensional spirit, okay? It feels very high vibrational. All right, so let's get a few cards here. Tell me about this dragon. Okay, explorer. All right. Play. And absence. Okay. Okay, I feel like this energy, first of all, is very playful, very they like to explore. They may go off for a while and come back. It feels very Sagittarian in nature. You may be a Sagittarius, very Jupiter, a very expansive energy. It is very playful. It may keep you entertained at times. And I feel like it really is part of a work to help heal an absence. For some of you, this dragon spirit may be attached to an animal. It may be a cat. It may be a dog. It could be a frog. It could be a serpent. It could be a spider. It could be attached to a waterway around your house, like a river or a stream, or even a pond that you created. For some of you, it's attached. It's attached to fish. Okay, but it also could just be a spirit of the air as well. It could be attached to a doll, but it feels like a familiar spirit. Okay. Oh, I just got something kind of invasive. Are some of you guys seeing aliens, like interdimensionals, around your house? I'm picking up on that. Some of you guys are seeing like ETs. Okay. We have vanity here. We have justice. One more. The bottom one wants to come out too. Defense. And we have prophecy. Okay, these energies are telling me these are the areas in which they help you or can help you. Defense, justice work, and glamour magic. Okay? Now, some of you don't know about the spirit. You don't know. Perhaps it's been banging around in your house or whatever, but you're not really familiar with it. Well, it's there. Okay? For some of you, this is a spirit that's come from a past life forward, although all time is now. But it's come forward because it's needed now. There's something about healing a state of abandonment here for some of you. The spirit is part of that action by your spirit team, okay? Part of your justice. This energy can help you with prophecy and seeing what's coming in your life, okay? It's a very wise spirit. It's very old. But for some of you, it appears to be very playful. I see a cat here. Very playful, but very wise. You may have, like if you're a witch, you may have an animal who lays on your altar. Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. This energy will not steer you wrong at all. I'm hearing they are Akashic guardians. They are your Akashic guardian. Okay, this one came out. I am presence, light body activation, accessing the divine within. Ooh. They're really part of a movement to help you really align with your divinity within you, your divine spark, which will help you manifest more love, more presence, more of what you want in your life. I'm not going to say money here. I'm not going to say what it is you want because I feel like it is so individual. But this dragon spirit is so wise. And I feel like you're listening to it more than you know. I feel like with vanity and the mirrors here, I feel like the spirit is a reflection of you. It's part of you, probably from a different dimension or realm. And it's come over to help you and to keep you entertained. We have Orion activation. I don't think I have ever pulled this card. I've pulled this one. I've pulled this one before. But I don't think I have ever pulled this card out of this deck. Supernova. recreation, renewal, rebirth by light. And that is what they're here to help you do, to walk you through a rebirth so you can embrace these gifts. Wow. This doorway, this path of rebirth. Tell me about it. I think for some of you, like the ET presence is from Orion. Something to do with Orion. You might look that up. There's something about Orion here. They're like raising their hand. They want to say something. I don't know. I don't know if I want to start that, Mr. Orion's belt. I don't know. Let's talk. Let's talk. Okay, we have a new world. A new world. How powerful is that? You know, who would think a little kitty cat would hold such big energy, such a big familiar, and be really helping you walk through a doorway of such immensity, of such powerful rebirth, where you're going to walk into a new world, a new possibility. Are you ready for that? Probably not. And that's what this familiar energy is about. That's why you got a dragon. You have something that is spiritually advanced. You are on a path of self-mastery, and that's why you have a dragon spirit. Tell me more. This one and this one. Okie doke. We have unknown and underworld. So this new world over here, it really is a leap into the unknown. And I feel like because of abandonment issues, because of the baggage of this life, it's like your spirit team knows that this leap is difficult, almost to the point of being impossible. But we live in the times of impossible things, with Pluto going into Aquarius. And so we have all this very divine energy aligning for you and being encouraged in this 3D world by this multidimensional familiar. And at this point, I would almost call it angelic, this angelic energy that appears to be a dragon that may be attached to an animal or an object or something, or even a piece of jewelry that speaks to you the power of prophecy, defense, and play, that speaks to you that this leap, it's going to lead you to a new world, a new life, a new possibility. But it is a trip into the underworld. And you know, some of you may already be here. You may have leaped, and you may have leaped into the underworld. Because before you can ascend, you must descend. The leap is hard because you know you're going to fall before you rise. You have to learn to fly like a dragon. And this descent, again, you may be going through it, really is about the mirrors of self, seeing the truth of you, the ugly bits that you don't want to see, but also the beautiful bits. Sometimes the most beautiful and positive bits about ourselves are the hardest to see. It's hard to admit when life has been so difficult and you've been abandoned and mistreated that you're talented or you have abilities or you can do more. It can be hard to face those. And I feel like this energy kind of walks with you. It may be a shape-shifting energy. maybe a psychopompic energy. But through these mirrors of self, you learn about your presence. I am present. I am the divine spark. I am a reflection of the universe. You understand that your imperfections are strengths. Your imperfections are part of what makes you a human being. Without those imperfections, you lose your humanity. When we snuff out all the people who are not perfect, we have snuffed out humans. Walking in acceptance leads to a new doorway and a new world where you're fully present in your humanness, your human beingness, and you see the world through new eyes. Eyes of acceptance, eyes of love, eyes of possibility. It's a renewal of possibility for you, and it's powerful. And this spirit in your house, it wants to help you transform. It is a helper and a guide and a friend, a protector, a ward. It literally is whatever you want it to be because it is present for you. And for some of you, this is literally a piece of you from another realm or experience. I'm hearing like, we cannot fail. We cannot fail. We are to persist. We are to keep going. Okay, we want to get these cards. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more about group 3. Tell me more about my little group 3. Tell me more. Tell me more. Okay. Bathing in the river, self-care. Your self-care is like a ritual. It's super important that you take care of yourself. For some of you, your vessel is very sensitive. Understand that the sensitivity in your vessel is reflective of your psychic sensitivity. You don't want your sensitivity to go away. That's powerful. It's part of why you have so many abilities. But you have to learn how to care for yourself. You have to learn how to accept your sensitivities and nurture them and protect yourself so that you can be in the world, maintain your sensitivity, but not feel removed from it, from the world. Part of that is self-care. Immaculate, unapologetic self-care. And self-care looks different to everyone. You actually need to be removed from people. You need alone time. Alone time and water. You may be an air sign or a water sign. Libra, Aries. You may be an Aries. Aquarius, Gemini. You may be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Also, some of you, part of self-care may be gazing at the stars. Just taking in the wonder of nature. Nighttime might be very magical for you. But you have to take care of yourself, okay? Your vessel is important. It is your spaceship in this reality. Nothing more, nothing less. But yours is extra sensitive because you are a sensitive, okay? We have boundaries, salt. Boundaries have been a theme in another group. I can't remember if it was 2. I think it was 2. Boundaries with this kind of sensitivity are absolutely necessary. You have to be able to put up good boundaries. And people won't understand. You know, the self-care may make people feel weird. Like you have to have a weekend where you don't see your mom. Why is that? That's weird. Well, okay, I'll be weird, but I have to have it. I have to decompress. I need to decompress, okay? And, the boundaries might make people mad, but oh well. Also, salt. You might need to make yourself a salt circle and sit in it. You may need to use salt in your practice in some way. The forest, seeing the bigger picture. Nature. Nature, nature, nature. For some of you, this is your self-care. Spending time in nature. Walking, stargazing, literally hugging a tree, playing with your familiar. For some of you, I got to tell you, there's a familiar coming. Like the spirit is around you and there's an animal coming where the spirit's going to merge with the animal. And that's on the way to you. All right. Let's get you guys some initials. I don't have a plate here. We're just gonna pull some letters. We're being real casual about it today. Let's see. Whoop. Okay, we have R. We have O, A, A. I'm hearing road. We have X. We have E. We have an L. We have an M. We have O. Mom. I mentioned mom before. Maybe some of you guys have a mom that doesn't do well with boundaries. Well, I'm getting choked up. Hang on a minute. Some of you guys have a mom that you can't talk to or the communication's bad. I got choked up out of the blue. We're just going to get a couple more. There we go. Okay. Joan, Joey, Jacqueline. I'll read the letters off again. We have ROAAXELMOJQYN. Joan. We have a bell. We have a little thing. A little thing. We have a sunflower. Oh, we have an A. We have some thread. We have a bird. We have a drink. Okay, you need to relax. Relax. Something's being stitched together for you. Birds are spiritual messengers. Listen to the messages from your familiar. Some of you can do automatic writing. You need to automatically write from your familiar. Like connect with your familiar and allow them to automatically write through you and see the messages that come forward. You might be really surprised. All right. Okay, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed doing it for you. If you made it this far, leave me a sunflower like this on this little locket here. And if you want to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.